It is essential you are familiar with the law of indices so that when you come across any question, you'll be able to solve them accordingly without missing out. So in this tutorial, I'll employ you to listen very carefully while I walk you through step by step on the law of indices. The index implies that a number multiply itself, the base number multiply itself several times. That is what index or power or exponent simply implies in the law of indices. That is, index tells us the number of times a base number multiply itself. So I'm going to be walking you through step by step on how to tackle any question involving the law of indices when next you sit for your GCSE examination. So I want you to listen very carefully where I walk you through on this law of indices. So it's essential you are familiar with this law so that when you come across any question involving indices, you will be able to apply the law. And once you are familiar with the law, you can solve any indices question. So the first rule is multiplying base number. Multiply base number. When the base number are the same, so this A is the base, while this is the index or power or exponent. So when the base are the same like this, so the index, you are going to add with the index. So that is the first rule. That is the first rule. Hope you understand this. So the second rule is rule 2. Rule 2. AM divided by AN is equal to AM minus N. Yes, the second rule says when the base number are the same, so the index, you are going to subtract the index, that is the second index from the first index. So that is what we just did there. So when the base are the same and you are asked to divide, when you are dividing a base number in which the you are dividing in which the base are the same, so you simply subtract the index. So you subtract the second index from the first index. So it's going to be AM minus N. Okay, are you listening? So the third law, rule 3, zero index. Zero index. Yes, the third law is zero index. Zero index. According to the law of indices, anything raised to power 0 is 1. Anything raised to power 0 is 1. Anything raised to power 0 is 1. So when you have, this is the same base. So when you have the same base like this, then what you are going to do is to subtract the second index from the first, which is 4 minus 4, that is 0. So you have a raised to power 0 is equals to 1. So that is what this implies. So anything raised to power 0 under the law of indices is 1. So the fourth law negative index. Negative index. The fourth rule, rule 4. Negative index. Negative index. A minus this. So the fourth law states that when you have a negative index, that is, look at this now. Look at this index is negative. So when you have a question that is carrying negative index, what you simply have to do is going to be the reciprocal of this. The reciprocal of this. So that is what's going to be. It's going to be 1 over a m. So that is it. So 5, rule 5. Rule 5 is a m n. What this implies is that this is a power. So this is a power, that is a raised to power m. Instead of writing a raised to power m and again a raised to power n, you simply multiply. This one will now be a m n. Okay, so what this implies is that you have a raised to power m into bracket n, and also a raised to power n. So you simply multiply m times n. So you have a raised to power mn. Okay, then the fraction, rule 6. Rule 6, fractional index. Fractional index. Fractional index. That is a m over n. Okay, where you have a fractional index, that is, the index is fractional. The index is fractional. That is what this is. This is telling us, fractional index. So it's going to be just be equal to, that is, a will be m times 1 over n. 1 over n. Okay, so this is what this one is telling us about. Okay, so it's going to be a. That will give us a n is equals to a m bracket 1 n. Okay, so a m bracket 1 n. So it's still the same thing as this. So it's going to be this is it's representing a square root. Okay, so in such a case, it's going to be n a raised to power m. So if you have a fractional index, this is the way to go about it. When you have a fractional index, that is, maybe you're having 1 over 2 or 3 over 4. So this is how you are going to solve the equation. Okay, so at this juncture, I believe if you are familiar with this law, you will to tackle any law, any question involving law of indices to solve. So I hope you are able to grab something from this laws of indices. If you are still confused or you have any question, don't hesitate to leave it in the comment section. I'll be responding to every single question. Don't forget to hit the like button, share and subscribe to support the channel. My name remains Olusegun Abubakar. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.